Hello, and welcome to this next episode of Reactice. The passion and the mission of Reactice is to translate research into practice. We welcome you to this afternoon's session, which will be an unscripted debate. And this afternoon, I'm delighted to welcome Ibrahim and Imran.
Thank you.
And the topic of this afternoon will be leading transformational change. And I'm going to ask Ibrahim to kick off. Ibrahim is the CEO of the Mile Institute here in Medina, and I want to ask Ibrahim to comment on exactly what he's doing in terms of leading transformation in Mile. So, Ibrahim, could I ask you to tell us, what are you doing?
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Lester, for hosting me into this episode and this session. Leading change and transformation is quite an interesting journey rather than a challenge for me. I would like to enjoy every step of that. Leading change sometimes needs you to have two hats and managing two different mindsets. In some areas, you need to maintain the current business, the business as usual, and while introducing new mindset, new challenges, new strategy to the organization you are working in. So it's that by acknowledging that changes, by acknowledging that different hats in yourself first as a leader, then you can easily cascade down that to your team. You let them know that although while working in a new promising vision, you should not be bored with your current activities, with your current ongoing activities, to maintain the balance between the both. I think this is one of the challenges, and that's one of the things that is rarely looked at and will make it more interesting and more enjoyable journey to lead the change.
Ibrahim, can I ask you, it's an interesting point. So what you're really saying is business as usual, the business carries on.
Yeah.
At the same time, you're bringing in change and introducing new ways of working. Yeah. What strategies as a leader have you developed in order to be successful?
For me, sometimes being a leader and looking at those perspectives is first to acknowledge our human nature, is first to address the fears of people. And you can easily tackle some of that points by having more transparent discussion. Having those discussions will always get people engaged to what you are doing, get people engaged to what strategy debates are taking place in other areas. Because in many situations, while organizations are changing, the debates of transformation are taking place in rooms with board members or with consultants and so on, and then it's only cascaded down to team just as a plans to implement. I think to tackle that point, to make it more easy to work with those plans, is to engage the team early on, is to ask them for feedback, is to share with them what are the debates are going on, ask them for their feedback. They might have something to add on, but most importantly, they will feel the engagement, they feel the belongingness to that plan. I think this is a key point.
We often say, don't we, that people resist change, but you seem to be saying people may not resist change if they're engaged in the process and they have the opportunity to contribute and have feedback.
I think by nature, we are all natures of habit, as they always say, and yes, we do resist change, our teams do resist change, but what I'm trying to do is to twist that and bring people as a change agent. Let them be part of that change. Let them put that hat and make the change their own. By that, they kind of forget that the change is coming toward them, and they're driving the change.
Excellent. I'm going to widen the discussion to Imran. Imran, you come at change from a strategy perspective, and just wonder, it'd be interesting to get your perspective on what you've heard so far.
Thank you, Lester. Thank you, Dr. Ibrahim. Just reflecting on this discussion, I'm thoroughly picking up the note of imposed change versus emergent change. And I believe that when change is imposed, people may not like it, and people may resist it. And in many organizations, you would, as Ibrahim says, you make those decisions in the board, in the four walls, and the people are not involved. I have seen that many times in organizations, and that is where top organizations go wrong. And they are far off from the realities of the world. it requires the humbleness of character to get yourself grounded and connect yourself with the realities, and more importantly, connect yourself with the team who are going to, at the end of the day, implement it and be that. So I really picked up those words of change agents, creating the change agents, and done. If we do that right, it's like dancing to music.
Yes.
It's a beautiful process. And picking up, Ibrahim said, I'm enjoying it. And it's very difficult for a leader to enjoy that. And I know, previously working at Mile, I know that it's not easy, it's difficult.
Yes.
But you can really see the calmness and composure. And I would say that is a high end of a leadership quality.
Yeah, the thing is, sometimes when you look even at change or change strategy development, sometimes they happen at different levels. For example, as we speak right now, we do have change at the institutional level, while the entire organization is being recognized officially as a non-profit organization, and that requires some changes in the regulation, in the how we build the delegation of authority and so on. And at the same time, we do have changes in our business model, business as usual, how we approach customers, how we develop our products, how we revisiting them. So changes at different levels also requires different mentalities and so on. And without engaging your people, it's very lonely to be alone, facing the challenges, facing the boards, facing the dynamic environment, because the changes in the business environment now is way faster than what we can cope with. So having your team behind you, having them believe in the importance of that change, how that change might impact their organization and their life, let them make responsibility and ownership. They always say it in the literature, let people take ownership, but doing that in practice, I think, is not easy. It needs the leader to believe that he's not the one who sets the agenda for everybody. He's only a player of the team. He's only one of the group. In some areas, he might be having a back seat just to watch. That what takes a leader to impose that ownership to his people.
So I can understand what you're both saying around getting commitment of people, getting ownership through engagement and getting people involved. What about things when maybe things have not gone so smoothly? Have you got any examples of when things have gone a little bit pear-shaped and you've had to take some corrective action and they've not gone quite as well as you thought? Any advice to people when it goes slightly off track?
I think it's it always situational, and it always depends how severe and how bad the unwelcomed events happens. I do believe when those incidents happen, the incident already happened. So how you react to them, this is at your choice. And at some times when the incident happen, and your reaction will add more injury to that, so you let it cool down. You give time to problem to fade out. Then you rethink again. You rethink the consequences. You rethink the causes of that problem. You might have a better reaction plan. Sometimes when the incident happen, you need to have an immediate action to stop more bleeding. You just use the mindset of first aid. You just use the mindset of saving a life of a person. So I would say there is no single strategy, or there is no single methodology that we can use to assess or to react to challenges or to when things happen wrong. It depends on how severe is that, how impactful is that, and how that incident is impacting your strategic plan. If it is not so impactful to your strategic plan, sometimes it's from a point of strength, you just let go. Letting go needs strength. It needs some courage to let go some stuff. I believe it's not easy, but...
Thank you, Ibrahim. And Imran, can I ask you then maybe to round up this discussion for the moment, because we can probably take this on a lot further in future episodes, but what would be your top 2 or 3 tips of advice to somebody who's leading transformational change?
Thank you, Lester. Listening to Ibrahim, I'm fascinated just by the concept of the strategy is not a standalone concept, it has to be intertwined and discussed along with leadership. And these two play together. And the other element which adds to it is your capability as a leader, your capability to actually engage and create that alignment inside the organization to make things possible. And a lot of models have been discussed around it, but believe you me, when put to practice, it's very hard to justify most of them. And it's the real your real strength comes to test when you're seeing this kind of a situation. So I'm delighted and fascinated to just see how these two act in practice, and how because oftentimes when we are doing research, we are seeing them as standalone strands and not so much connecting them together. But it's really important to have them a bigger picture and seeing it together.
Definitely.
Imran, Ibrahim, thank you very much indeed for your words of wisdom. I'm sure this is a topic to which we will come back many times in the future. But for today, that's everything. We thank you for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Reactice.
Thank you.
Thank you.